After going through all the books and his teachings, I learned that there are three stages in Joe Dispenza's quantum manifestation. The first stage is where we raise our vibration, and the last stage is where we create a new mind by completely changing our energy so that we can attract all our dreams into our lives. But in between these two stages, there's an important technique that most of us never have heard before. Even at the peak of his career, Joe Dispenza was having a midlife crisis, and this is the technique which he owes all his success to. Creation of a new mind takes a lot of energy. So first we have to build up or free up energy for this, because in the quantum realm it is all energy, frequency, consciousness and thoughts, which is the invisible field of energy. So if we can change information in the field, we should be able to affect the particle and matter. And it turns out that the atom is 99.999% energy or information, and there is almost nothing physical or material is only 0.0001%. If we can develop the ability to take all our attention and energy off our body from people and environment and from time, that is the moment we are pure consciousness. When our heart becomes coherent, we produce more coherent energy and we can draw our future and experiences we wish towards us. When there is a vibrational match between our energy and some potential in the quantum field, we start seeing those synchronicities. You synchronize your energy to the possibility and you start seeing the coincidences and synchronicities and the opportunities. So before going to the technique, I want you guys to answer these three sets of questions. This set of questions will let us know the gap between who we really are and how we appear to the world. Now choose one of your limiting emotional states that you want to relinquish, which is a big part of who you are from this list. Now close your eyes and think how you feel when you experience when feeling this emotion. Maybe there will be a physiological sensation somewhere in your body, like a tingling or a heaviness. As your eyes are closed, you may feel it as some color at some parts of your body. Just feel it. Be aware of it. Face it. Now ask, how do I think when I feel this way? Now you can pick a state of mind from the list given here. There may be one or two states of mind related to the previous emotion we chose. Write it down. Now you have just identified an unwanted emotion and its corresponding state of mind that you want to unmemorize. Most of your creative energy is tied up in these limiting emotions and state of mind related to the people, environment and experiences from your past. Now let's go to the quantum manifestation technique. As I told before, the first step is to raise your vibration and to become no body, no place and no time. To shift our brainwaves from normal beta state to more coherent alpha or theta brainwaves. There are two methods which we can use to do this, and we have already discussed this in our previous video. Now in the second stage, there are 6 steps we have to go through where we create the energy we want for the process. What was the emotion that you wanted to unmemorize? Remember what that emotion feels like in your body and recognize the familiar state of mind that is driven by. For me, it was a sadness that I was feeling deep inside, and as I closed my eyes, I could feel it as a heaviness down through my throats. It is time to turn to the power within you, whether you call it the innate intelligence, divine mind, spirit, the quantum field, cosmic energy, or higher power. Introduce yourself to it and tell it what you want to change about yourself. Begin to admit to it who you have been and what you have been hiding in your mind. Talk to it. Remember that it is real. It already knows you. It doesn't judge you. It only loves you. Say to it, universal consciousness within me, all around me, I have been feeling this sadness and I truly want to change from this limited state of being. Now, it is time to free the body from the mind, to close the gap between how you appear to the world and who you really are, to liberate your energy. Now, we should say the emotion we want to change out loud and liberate it from our body as well as our environment. Say it now. And as you say its name, you are releasing your body from the familiar emotional bonds which keep you connected to everything, every place and everyone in your past and present reality. In this moment, you free up your energy from that emotion. And now it is the time to surrender this state of being to our higher self and to ask it to resolve this in a way that is right for you. It only waits in admiration and in willingness. Surrender your limitation to an all-knowing intelligence. It only responds when you ask for help. Infinite mind, I give you my guilt. Take it from me and resolve this emotion into a greater sense of wisdom. Free me from the chains of my past. Now just feel your higher self taking this memorized limiting emotion from you and making it into your wisdom and strength. Now let's make sure that no thought, No behavior, no habit that causes you to return back to the old self goes unnoticed to you. For this, ask yourself, how did you used to think when you felt that way? What did you sounded like to yourself? Observe those thoughts. Begin to separate yourself from the program. Become conscious of those unconscious states to such an extent that they would never go unnoticed by you again. Awareness is the goal. Become familiar with all aspects of the old personality and just observe with firm intention. Make a choice to no longer be the person and let the energy of your decision become a memorable experience. Now, the last and most important step in this stage. Now it's time to play the change game. Here we are going to imagine 3 scenarios in our life where we would start to feel like the old self, and when you do, we should say change out loud. First, imagine that it is morning and you are in the shower, and as you are getting ready for your day, all of a sudden you notice that the familiar feeling just started to come up, and the moment you notice it, say yourself change. That's right, you change it. Now in the next scenario, let's see ourselves in the middle of the day. You are driving down the road and suddenly that familiar feeling that drives those familiar thoughts starts to come up, and what do? You say change. That's right, you change. Now for the last time, you see yourself getting ready for the bed. You are pulling the covers back, and as you start to get into the bed, you notice that the familiar feeling is coming up, which is tempting you to behave as the old personality. And what do? You say change. That's right, because the nerve cells that no longer fire together, no longer wire together, signaling that gene in that way is not loving to you, and nobody and nothing is worth it. You can control that. Now in these 5 minutes, you have learned the most important step in quantum manifestation technique, by using which you can free up your energy from all these limiting emotions. And do you know what happens when we don't feel wanting or lacking for anything? That's when you can really begin to manifest things naturally. So in the third and the last step of quantum manifestation, we can use a special technique using which we can convert this energy to manifest our dreams, which we will be learning in our next video.